place where the magic happens. Conversations flow and the laughter snapping. Here at Netter's Network, where the stories come alive. Every episode's a journey, every guest a drive. Netter's Network, tune in for the show, where the headlines meet the heart, and we all get to know. From the highs to the lows, we've got it all in tow. Netter's Network, where the world's on the go.
That one. Yes.
There we go.
I swear, sometimes it's the default microphone, sometimes it's just the one that's called Blue Snowball. They are the same microphone. Don't know why they're in here twice. I don't know why one works one time and then not the other time, but we're set. Sorry. Blame your producer.
Good evening, everyone, and welcome to another edition of Netter's Network Thursday Things, where tonight the special guest is you.
Yep, focus on the fans tonight, guys.
Yes. So since I don't have a guest, I was just chatting with my producer and says, you know what, our special guest is going to be all of you. So we're just going to have a chat. Before we get started, let me introduce to you my co-host for the evening, my producer, the love of my life, that guy at the end of the bar, Telly. How you doing tonight, sweetie? And what are you sipping on?
I'm doing okay. I was busy today. I'm working at. I am really trying to get a script done, because I'm trying to get a video finished before Monday. I have been spurred on by Michael French over at Retro Blasting and Tim Hayes, because I've mentioned that I'm working on a very special Cantina playset retrospective, and I want to get it done this week. So I was working on that literally almost right up until we went live this evening, and I am sipping on a Diet Dr. Pepper. I just like Dr. Pepper. Very nostalgic for me.
And it's what I happen to have in the refrigerator, right?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And of course, I am sipping on my Polar brand Black Cherry Seltzer Water. Not a sponsor stream, but if you know how I can get sponsored by them, that would be amazing, because it's all I drink.
That would be absolutely amazing.
Let us say good evening to our peoples in the chat. We have Big Al saying...
Oh, yeah, let's go back up to the top of the chat, because it starts out with him saying, hello, everyone. Have a great stream, my friends. Remember, tomorrow at 8 p.m., that's 8 p.m. Eastern Time, Cujo on Films with Friends Friday edition, to which I responded, yes, it'll be a dog day afternoon. His follow-up, of course, being, it'll be a rough one.
Yes.
But that means that only Big Al is here, unless we have people here that are lurking.
Hold on, because then there is that Netter's girl saying hello to that Troy guy.
I love you too,
the love of her life.
And of
course, I'm saying to, come on, get up there. Like, share, subscribe, become a member, leave a comment, and if you're so inclined, leave a gifty.
Yeah, absolutely.
But hey, if it's just Big Al, well then it's just Big Al. How you doing tonight, sweetie?
And what are you sipping on?
What are you sipping on? That's if you're still here. Hey, there's somebody else. Wait. Where'd it go? There you go.
It's the Boomer. It's the Boomer.
Hey, Boomer.
Boomer and I will be hanging out tomorrow on Last Call, where we will be talking. We will be doing a post-mortem on the JJ verse, the Kelvin timeline of of Star Trek. Unlike so many other aspects of our fandoms that continue to be dragged around like a dead horse on the back of a tractor, at least this element of Star Trek is definitively coming to an end, and we're going to take a look back and, not necessarily mourn its loss, but he's got some sweet tea like a good old Southern boy.
And Boomer, since you are the only other one here, what are you sipping on?
Yep. What are you sipping on?
It's like, I've never had such a light audience before, so...
Look,
I mean, if it stays this way, I can send you guys the link, and you guys can come on as panelists. We can chat this way.
absolutely. This is going to be an interesting conversation tomorrow. I agree with you 100%, Al. There was no reason in story for them to change the Enterprise. And the fanboys, let's face it, the corporate shills that have taken to social media to prop it up and see it as some sort of identity politics issue, believe that, get upset whenever we talk about the 20% difference. 20% different. It may not be literal, but it is absolutely demonstrably true that there are stylistic differences that have nothing to do with story. They are, in quotes, change for change's sake, specifically because J.J. Abrams wanted to make money on his particular flavor of Star Trek, and the only way he could do that is with different uniforms, different likenesses, different ships. We'll get into all that tomorrow, of course. Geek Flag with Nate knows. Like, share, subscribe, comment, become a member, and if you are going to give a super chat of $5 or more, why not make it a gifty instead to grow our channel? It was butt ugly. Yes, it absolutely was butt ugly. It was kind of contorted in all the weirdest wrong ways. Yeah, we'll talk about that as well tomorrow. Also, maybe touch on the dreadnought that shows up in the later movie, the Killer Prize, I call it. I have no idea what it's actually called. Unfortunately, I see it all the time in Star Trek Online because it's a big bang shooty gun ship, but I don't know what it is with this post JJ idea of having all these cutouts in the saucer sections. They did it with Discovery. They did it with the Killer Prize. They've done it with so many other ships, and I'm like, what a stupid waste of space.
It's going to cut down and drag.
Well, yeah. But I'll be honest with you. If they argued that something about warp dynamics or something, that actually, made an impact, then I'd say fine.
Yeah.
But they don't. And it's just, I agree with Big Al.
Yes, and I want to apologize to my audience because it's not you. It's definitely me. I don't know why I am so tired, so I apologize for yawning. I'm just totally wiped.
I swear I did not slip her a roofie. I don't need to. But welcome, of course, Deleted Scenes. Good to see you, my friend. And Lady Myst. Lady Myst. Dropping the blue emojis to encourage Netter. Oh, it was the vengeance.
Are you bringing up the comments?
I am.
Okay.
And I'll touch on the naming conventions of ships as well. Not to mention when Discovery went to the future, they have all these ships that are not connected and held together with force fields. That's the dumbest thing I've ever seen. Yeah, why? Why do that?
Because they didn't have any duct tape and baling wire?
It's stupid. Totally lost track of time, my bad. Yeah, it happens to all of us.
10 minutes to showtime. I had taken a nap because I was just really wiped. I said I'm going to lay down for an hour. 10 minutes to showtime. Troy comes to wake me up. He goes, your show's on in 10 minutes.
And it's only fair because those of you that joined me for Liquid Lunch today know I actually started the show an hour early. And Netter had to come and say, why are you starting the show so early? Oops!
Well, it was weird because it's like I got the notification on my phone that he was starting. And I'm like, okay, am I reading that right? Did he just simply set it up? And then I went to his channel, saw, no, he's live. The song was starting to play and everything. I looked at my computer clock on my work laptop. Then I looked over at my personal laptop. And I'm like, okay, they both say 11 o'clock. I got up, went into the kitchen thinking, is there something on my laptops? Check all the clocks in the kitchen, so the microwave, the stove, and I'm like, it's 11 o'clock. Okay, I'm not reading this wrong.
Yeah.
And yelled down the stairs, honey, is there a reason why you're starting an hour early? Are you going to make this a 2-hour show? And he's like, no.
Again, and like I said this afternoon, I was like, I didn't see anybody in the chat. And I'm like, boy, at least Al is usually here. And I'm like, am I going to have nobody watching today? Did I drive all my viewers away? And then I was like, oh, I'm early. So I had to set the stream back up again. And yeah. So, it happens the other way around too. So,
Yes, but I was not late. I managed to actually pull
I'll
myself together into this cuteness here just for you.
Yesterday, I wanted to watch. I'm not ripping on him. I love him. I am a huge fan. But he messed up, and it made me feel good to know that I'm not the only one that does stuff like this. Culture Casino set up a stream, and for his new show, thank you for your attention in this matter. And I tuned in. I thought I was tuning in late. It says waiting for Culture Casino. And I'm looking at the chat, and people are just chit-chatting back and forth. And someone said, well, this is fun, just chatting. And someone said, I think he set the stream up an hour early. Someone else said, well, either he did that, and it turns out it was 45 minutes the chat was chatting, and there was no starting the show. They said either that or he's just really running late. And whatever was going on, I ended up having to leave because I had something else I had to do. But I'm like, uh-oh. Poor culture.
Joe's Atmosphere, working on a commission. Ooh, do you want to tell us a little bit more about that?
Yeah, well, we should probably keep an eye on his social media. If he has the authorization to share it, he'll show it. But it means he's got some artwork he's doing, which is a good thing. Sometimes he does streams where he shows the artwork he's working on.
Yes, I've seen a couple of those.
So make sure you watch out for that as well.
Very talented.
Yes.
Very nice. Yeah, I think the time change we did recently just messed so many people up.
Yeah. Oh, I today. Well, I told you guys I'm working on this script. I'm working on really trying to get stuff done. I had to move one of my play sets upstairs for filming purposes, and all this I'm doing, and then I get up to the top of the stairs, and I'm like, I was getting ready to ask the AI, is it raining or something? No, it was just after 4:30. It was getting dark, and I'm like, oh, it's that time of year again. But I'm like, where did the time go? I mean, the day's almost over already. Crap.
And what freaks Troy out is that my office is opposite our bedroom. And I had started, like, in the summertime, it was still really light outside in the morning. Just going in my office, not bothering to turn on the light because I didn't want to disturb him when he was sleeping in just a little bit, because he would get up about an hour or so after I started work, roughly. And so I would keep my light off so my light wouldn't disturb him and just start working. But I would put my window shade up so I'd get the outside light. And I just continued doing that. Well, one day he noticed, it was like maybe, I don't know, a week or two or so after I was doing it, and he goes, why isn't your light on? Is something wrong with your light? I'm like, no, I just haven't bothered to turn it on because I didn't want to disturb you in the morning. And I've carried on that practice because when I start work in the morning, it's still light. But then as I'm working, I'm realizing that my office is getting darker and darker and darker. And it's like, it's dark in here.
It gets dark a lot earlier than it used to, yeah.
Yeah, because it's like, I'm off at 4 Central Time. And it's like, if I'm still working on something, because sometimes I'll stay a little bit later, or I'll start working on something on my personal computer, like, you know, it's time to pay the bills for the month, so, or at least half the bills. So it's like, I started getting some stuff together, and then I'm like, why is it so dark in here? I'm like, oh, right, no light on.
So Joe responded on that when he said, it's a birthday one I deliver tomorrow morning, and I'll show it on tomorrow's Sketching the Privateer. Thanks for mentioning. Of course. Of course. We want to support each other. Together we grow, etc., etc.
Babe, do you want to just keep that box by you?
Yeah, I'm out.
I just gave my husband all my tissues because I love him. I'll get him
Excuse
another
me.
box later.
Getting a little bit of a sinus
Speaking
headache.
of which, I don't know if I mentioned this on any other stream. I might have. Every morning I wake up, I'm very runny, stuffy. And it's like, what the heck is going on with this that I'm runny, stuffy all the time? Plus I got, the crud in my throat. And so I figured, okay, I must be allergic to something. So I went to an allergist. They did their tests. Pollen, trees, animals. Because I know a dog used to live in this house. Plus I used to have a cat. And all this. So they test me for everything that they test for. I ain't allergic to nothing. So I also saw an ear, nose, throat doctor. And they're the ones that sent me to the allergist in the first place, or suggested, you really should see the allergist and see what's going on with that. But they, did their preliminary check. Couldn't see anything, like nothing looked swollen or anything like that. Well, the allergist had me on some antibiotics, figuring if you got something going on, then the antibiotics can kill whatever that is, and maybe that'll fix you. If not, we're gonna I'm gonna suggest an MRI or CT scan or something like that to see if there's something going on behind that you can't see. Well, then I had to go back to the ENT for a follow-up visit, and they're like, okay, so did the antibiotics do anything? I'm like, no, I'm still runny, stuffy. Nothing has changed. So she gave me something. Isn't it just a gut blocker or something like that, honey?
It's 2 different kinds of acid inhibitors to try and...
And I have noticed that in the morning, in fact, I just realized it today, that I'm not as stuffy runny as I used to be in the morning.
Just to explain why, because it doesn't make a lot of sense. The 2 don't seem to go together.
Exactly.
When you're having sinus problems, when you're having congestion in your throat, and so forth, one possible reason is reflux. You think about it. If you're having reflux, you have acid backing up. And how does your body respond to acid in your GI tract? More mucus. So you stop the burning acid, you lessen the mucus buildup. So this is a diagnostic treatment to see if she actually does have GERDs that can then be remediated and treated. So
I mean, I don't feel as runny, stuffy in the morning, so maybe that's it. But they're still going to do a CT scan just to make sure there's nothing else going on there. But
and welcome,
that's
Curtis
my
Selby.
exciting week. Or this actually, I got started doing stuff last week, but still my exciting week.
But absolutely, and welcome, Curtis Selby, the tired midnight blogger himself. Good to see you, my friend.
And I know I saw somebody else. Where'd he go?
Nate. Mark Melnikoff.
Yes, that's the one I was looking
Kapla.
for.
Here I are. Release the Netterbots. Yes, exactly right. Exactly.
And Nate says, Troy, you're lucky because when my wife wakes up, I wake up and vice versa.
I'm a very heavy sleeper, and if she doesn't specifically wake me up, I tend to not wake up.
Well, the other thing is there are times when he will come to bed hours after me.
I told you, I'm really trying to get this script written and done and
Like, what was
recorded.
it? I don't even know what time he came to bed, like 2 nights ago. It got to 1 in the morning, and I'm like, I got work at 7.
Yeah.
I have to be up at 7 for work. I got to go to bed. So I went to bed at 1. I don't know when he came to bed, but I know it was hours later. And it's just like, I knew he was tired, so I let him sleep until like 9:30, 10 o'clock, and then I was like, okay, it's this time. Did you want a little bit more time? You gonna get up? And he's like, no, I'll get up. But there are mornings where he'll be like, can I get another half hour? I know how he feels. That's how I felt tonight. It's just like, my get up and go got up and went.
I'll tell you, I've been having a lot of weird dreams. I think I've talked about this before. I've been having dreams about being in houses or office buildings or locations that I don't know in life that are run down, in need of repair, leaking. Last night I dreamt of being in I was at a summer camp or something, and every time you'd turn the lights on, bugs would scatter, and I was like, oh God, oh my God,
Yeah, I want to know what's going on in your dreams that you're dreaming that stuff. Because we don't have any issues like that in the house. Although, I have to say, since we moved in here, we have had all kinds of issues. We have had, like our dishwasher leak down into the basement. So we flow with that. We had a fellow that was installing a new dishwasher that broke a pipe and flooded the basement.
Yep.
See, when my cat was alive, we got an infestation of fleas because he used to like to go out into the yard because he's an indoor cat. So I would let him out into the yard, and he would not go any further in the yard because he's an indoor cat. But he liked to sit underneath the lilac bush at the back of the yard, and apparently that's where all the raccoons and stuff would go through. And so he picked up all their fleas and brought them into the house. So we had fleas.
Yep.
Let's see. Our oven caught fire once.
That was my fault. It was Thanksgiving, in fact.
Yeah, it's like, is there anything we haven't had happen? So it's like, yeah, I totally get that.
And Mark says GERDs is one of the health issues that came with other issues from my sleep apnea. Much better since the CPAP. Thanks. Yeah, if you were anything like me, and I'm guessing that was the case, I had incredibly bad GERDs, but it was specifically because of the apnea. When you snore, think about how you snore. If you just make that noise, you rattle your nasal passages. Well, that's because your glottis is closing off. And apnea literally is the shutting off of that. You stop breathing and you wake up. Well, when your sleeping self is trying to pull in air and it's not able to pull it in, it may pull up from your stomach, and that's what was happening to me a lot. And I was getting this. I thought I was going to pull a Jimi Hendrix one night, and I started treating the GERDs until my doctor said, "You know what? Let's get that apnea taken care of." Have not had any GERDs since the apnea.
Well, there was one night before he started his CPAP when what would happen is that he would, be snoring like a freight train. And in this one case, because I got so used to the sound, of course you don't hear it. It's like your brain's like something's not right, and you wake up going like, what is it? Well, that's when I realized I could not hear him snoring. He's right next to me. I should hear him snore, but there was no snoring. So I actually kind of like turned on my side and kind of like leaned over him because I was gonna like shake his shoulder and make sure he was okay. And all of a sudden he just flung onto his back going, what do you want, what are you doing? And I'm like, I'm checking to make sure you're alive.
You scared the crap out of me. You wake up and someone's like face to face. It's like, what did I go.
Then after he got his CPAP, we actually ended up getting a different doctor years later for the sleep doctor, because we ended up getting tested, both of us being tested, just to see if, you know, he still needed it and all that sort of thing, and things were better. And the doctor at first was trying to say that my levels were like really low, and he goes, I don't think you really need a CPAP. Until Troy's like, no, she snores bad. She wakes herself up. She stops breathing on. He's like, really? Because the indicators on the sleep test aren't showing. I'm like, okay, first of all, during the sleep test,
Here we go.
Triggered. Yeah. It's like, for the sleep test, we both go, because we're going at the same time to this facility. So we both have an overnight bag. And I give the lady there the papers for us, the referral papers. She checks in Troy, and she's like, okay, come on, I'll show you to your room. I'm like, oh, well, what about me? And she looked at me really snarky, said, what about you? I said, I'm supposed to have a sleep test too? And she's like, no, you weren't on this. I'm like, I gave you the papers for both of us.
Yeah.
Like, hello? So she goes back into her office. She's pounding on her keyboard. She's that angry. And then she's like, oh, come on. It's like, oh, okay. It's like, what the heck did I do to you, you know? It's like, what, was she, infatuated with my husband, and now there's this chick standing in her way or something, you know? So we go to his room. She starts getting him all ready. I'm like, oh, should I go to my room and, like get my pajamas on and get ready for you? And she's like, no, stay here. And she didn't even want me to take my coat off. Now, it's like February, so it was freezing outside, so I had a winter coat on. And it's like, I unzip my jacket, and she's like, no, leave your stuff on. It's like, what is wrong with this lady? So she finally finishes up, she's getting close to finishing up with Troy. And then finally, like when she's putting like the last 2 or 3 leads, she goes, you can go to your room, get ready now. So I go to my room, take off my jacket, pull out my pajamas. I've just taken off my clothes, haven't put my pajamas on yet. She's starting to come through the door. She does one of those knocks, knock, knock, and then starts to open the door. I'm like, I'm not dressed. Like, wait a minute.
Yeah.
Quickly throw on my pajamas. And then she's huffing and puffing because she had to wait 2 seconds while I got clothes on and wasn't standing there like, naked in front of a stranger. And she comes in with, all of her stuff. And Troy came in because he was all done and he wasn't attached to anything yet. And without letting me, like, wash my face, take my makeup and stuff off, she starts putting all the stuff on me. And she's, like, digging the stuff into my head, like, putting the leads, and she's, like, pushing really hard. And she had this goopy stuff she had to put on that's supposed to be, like a conductor or something. She had so much of this goop in my hair, and I know she put in extra on purpose. And like I said, she's pushing these leads into my head. And I'm just like, okay. And then I'm like, I didn't get a chance to wash my face. And she just kind of looked at me like, oh, well. It's like, okay, like, whatever. I'm thinking, it's one night. I can deal with this baloney for one night. And then after she finishes with me, she's like, let me know when you want to go to sleep. And, I'll hook you up to the big machine so that we could start, monitoring him. Well, Troy ended up going to his room. I was in my room because they wouldn't let us be in the same room together. Apparently that's not allowed. Excuse me. And after watching TV for about an hour, I'm sitting there going, okay, the instructions said they wanted at least 6 hours. And I'm like, the test is supposed to end at like 6 a.m. It's like 11:30. It's going to take me a few minutes to fall asleep in a different place. I called her and said, I'm ready to go to bed. She's like, already? It's like, well, you need about 6 hours worth of data, so yeah. Like, I couldn't understand what her issue was. So then she gets me hooked up, and I've got this really thin cover, and she's got, for some reason, this fan going in the room right on me. I'm freezing. So I had a little jacket with me that I kind of also put over me for a little bit of warmth. And she kept coming into the room going and pushing the fan closer and closer to me. I'm like, I'm freezing. Can you get that away from me? And she's like, you're sweating. I'm like, oh, honey, I am not sweating. I am so cold. There's no way I am sweating. And then she kept pushing the leads more into my head, like really pushing them in. I mean, it was painful. And she's like, these aren't staying put because you're sweating it. You're too hot. I'm like, I'm not hot. I am freezing. And I really wasn't getting any sleep because I can't sleep if I'm cold. I mean, have you ever tried to sleep when you're like this and you're shivering in your bed? Yeah, it's really hard to sleep. So I think maybe I might have gotten on and off about 2.5 hours because she kept coming in so frequently that there were times when I was just starting to drift off and she'd come in and wake me up with pushing on the head, moving the fan around again. So I didn't really get any sleep. So I explained this to the doctor. I said, she kept wake me up like just when I was dozing off or I just dozed off, she would wake me up. I said, it was an experience. I said, so if you don't have good data, it's because she was a poor technician. I didn't actually sleep, so there's nothing for you to measure. You're supposed to be able to measure the REMs and all that. I didn't have any because I wasn't allowed to actually fall asleep. So yeah. So we convinced him convinced him to give me a CPAP too. And Troy says it's been an improvement. But I've had to also keep changing things with my mask because for him, he's had this one that just goes like across your nose right here, like this little triangle. He's had that style since the very beginning. I was new to it, so I was trying that one. I tried one that goes around my nose and my mouth. And I think those were they did have me try other styles, but it was like, no, these just definitely don't work. So the two that I kept going between was the one over the nose and the one over the nose and the mouth. Then we discovered, apparently I'm a mouth breather at night. My mouth will open, so my chin will drop, and my mouth will be open just enough so that my mouth and my throat end up really, really dry. And at one point, it was like really dry and really sore. So they were like, okay, let's try you on just the nose and mouth one. Don't use the nose one because we want to make sure that all the air stays together so you're not getting that dry mouth and throat. So that sort of worked, but I would still get a really dry mouth. So that they got me on a chin strap to try and keep my mouth shut. Yeah, I'm an issue, apparently. But yeah, so we're working on that, and Troy says that's better. I mean, I have to take his word for it because he says I don't snore anymore, so I gotta take his word for it. It's not because I'm not waking myself up anymore. But yeah, so there's my whole sleep history.
Mark says, I will say this here. It's been almost 10 years since Troy got on my case over my sleep apnea.
Yeah.
I finally listened to him when I fell asleep driving. I stopped breathing 71 times an hour.
Ooh.
Troy is a brother I never had. He literally saved my life. Good chance, had I not had it treated, it would not be near my blood oxygen level was at 4. Oh, I would not be here. My blood oxygen level was 41 when I did a sleep test. Wow.
Yeah, that's bad.
That's not good. But yeah, that's why I say, be sure you guys got to take care of yourselves. You really do. And I'm talking especially to the guys because I know that as men, I think there's this belief that women have that guys, we're macho. We don't want to, we don't want to admit we need help and this. No, it's not that. We're lazy. We are late. I don't want to go to the doctor.
You're also
I'll feel better tomorrow, I'm
Yeah.
sure.
You're also convinced that you're not as bad as everyone around you observing you knows you are.
Yeah.
Like, nah, 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 nah. So, and I want to say hello to Lester's Skeptic Tank Obsession, saying sorry for my tardy. No big deal. It really isn't. Today is a very casual Thursday. We were just talking about sleep apnea and my lovely experience with getting tested. Yeah, your mileage may vary. Troy apparently had a totally fine test himself. Apparently she didn't go in and talk to him or bother him at all. She just had something out for me, and I don't know what.
I can't speak to all of that, but one thing I can say, she had a much easier time with me connecting electrodes because I got a bald head.
Yeah.
That makes it very much easier to stick things to my head.
Yeah, it's like I just didn't know what her issue is from the very beginning. She was just like angry with me for daring to say, "Hey, I'm being tested too." Like,
I think it goes back to what I was talking about today in at Liquid Lunch. The whole thing of hubris. She was you hurt her pride because she didn't realize that she had someone else that was there to check in, and she felt foolish, and she blamed you for it. So she was literally taking it out on you.
so despite the fact I gave her 2 separate sets of orders, and she decided to take it personally. It's like, lady, look, you forgot to check me in. It's not really a big deal. Just show me where I'm supposed to go.
Relax, and do.
Yeah.
Do your
Oh,
job.
yeah. And we had to have COVID tests done while we were there. And for Troy, it's like I could see her doing gentle there. For me, she jammed that thing up my nose. And it was just kind of like, oh, okay, I want my brains to stay intact, It's like, yeah, she was brutal. I left her a scathing review.
Lester says blood oxygen is one of the 2 metrics I keep my smartwatch around for. That along with sleep time and quality. Yeah, that is one of the upsides too. It doesn't obviously monitor blood oxygen, but it does monitor, my sleep time. Yeah.
Absolutely. And I know, speaking of not feeling well, however, Nate, I know you've had a sore throat and haven't been feeling well yourself. How are you feeling?
Yeah, I know you were back to work today, but that doesn't necessarily mean you're feeling 100%.
So it's like, have you, made the cough drops that, I did the video on? They're really easy to make. Or been using the lemon, honey, ginger in a jar, because both are really good, all natural, and they do make you feel better. Trust me, they are my go-to. I am a person who loses my voice often, especially in the wintertime. And that's like the one thing that makes me feel so much better. I mean, I'll drink 2-3 cups of tea and it's like I'm feeling human again. And my throat stops hurting, which is the best part because I hate a sore throat.
Mark says no REM sleep is very detrimental to your health. As Special Agent Dale Cooper said, it's a fast track to temporary psychosis. Oh, believe me, I've gone for long periods of time without sleep before my apnea was diagnosed, and
some of those things were funny.
I can guarantee you that I was not entirely cogent at the best of times. I did not know what was going on.
Yeah.
But
Nate says she sounds like a jealous birch to me.
Yeah.
Yeah. Some of Troy's stuff was funny. Before he was diagnosed, it's like I noticed that he would just be sitting and falling asleep pretty much anywhere. And there were times when he would start doing pantomime. Like there was one time he's sitting on the couch and he's doing this with his fingers. And I'm like, honey, what are you doing? He goes, I'm playing the piano. Like, isn't it obvious? And I'm like, honey, we don't have a piano.
And you don't know how to play the piano.
And then he just kind of jerked like this and went, what? I was like, honey, you're just playing the piano. He goes, we don't have a piano. Yeah. I'm like, yes, I know. Then there was another time where he's got his hand, let's see, my name is in the way. He had his hand out like this and he's doing like this. I'm like, honey, what are you doing? He goes, I'm reading my Bible. And then right after that, he started going like this. And I'm like, what are you doing now, honey? He goes, I'm paying my tithe. And I'm like, okay, honey. Yeah, weird stuff like that. It's like, but he would pantomime in his sleep. It was really bizarre. And then, like I said, he got tested, and the first night with his CPAP, he goes to bed, and it's 11:30, midnight or so. We had to get up for work by 6:30, 7-ish. He jumped out of bed the next morning okay, let's get started. And I'm looking at him like, frick you. Because I was tired. But yeah, Troy's been wearing a CPAP for over 20 years. It's been, closer to 25 years.
He didn't make the cough drops, but he is using the honey lemon ginger in his black tea. It's good, isn't it? I mean, that's not only medicinal, it just tastes good. It's just, yeah.
Yeah, I also discovered that the honey lemon ginger mixture does not taste well with certain teas. Like, do not use it with Earl Grey. It tastes nasty.
Yeah.
And I love Earl Grey, so it's like, oh yeah, this is not good eats.
This is not good eats.
But it's good with orange pico, which is the regular Lipton teas. It's good with English breakfast tea. I'm trying to think if there's any other ones I tried it with. I think I tried it with the chamomile. I think it's good with that one too. But yeah, Earl Grey, no, it's nasty with that. Do not use Earl Grey with that.
There you go.
Geek Flag says Earl Grey tastes like the dishwasher. Okay, I like Earl Grey tea by itself without the mixture in it. I also don't put anything in my tea. I don't put sugar in. I don't put milk. I don't put, lemon. Nothing in my teas normally. It's just hot water and the tea. So it's like I really do like it. And I've had the regular orange picos what I grew up with, because Lipton tea was the staple in the household, but also Earl Grey, Lady Grey, Prince of Wales,
English breakfast.
Yeah, English breakfast, green tea. Oh, I love green tea. What's the other one? There's the one, it looks like cotton. Because one of you all had recommended it.
Oh, the marshmallow.
Marshmallow leaf or whatever it is tea. So there's that one. It's actually really good tea. It's a very subtle flavor.
Very subtle flavor, yeah.
But it's really good. I do like it. So that would probably be a good one for the honey lemon ginger as well. Trying to think if there's any other ones. But yeah, like a different variety of teas I've tried. Some I like more than others, obviously. Like, I really like the Lady Grey, Prince of Wales, English Breakfast, Earl Grey.
Lady Grey, not to be confused with the Grey Lady.
Yes. 50 Shades of.
Oh, I wasn't even thinking along those lines. I was just thinking about the ghost story, but yes, that too.
Nate says English Breakfast is the tea I drink.
With nothing
in it. Nothing in it, yeah.
Exactly.
Well, see, you have to remember, too, that my mother was English. She's from Lancashire, England. She's an old lassie. And she never had anything in her tea. It was always just the tea. No sugar, no milk. And so I kind of got that from her. I mean, when I first started drinking tea, I used to put in a little bit of sugar. Because when people would brew tea for me, they usually made it too strong, and it had that bitter taste to it, so the sugar kind of helped a little bit. But I never put cream in. I tried it once, and I thought it was nasty. And then just over the years, it's like, okay, as long as I don't have the tea bag in there, like steeping, like some people like it, I can just, dunk the tea bag in until it's the color I like, and then just drink it, and I'm fine. It's not bitter. But if I forget about it and leave it in the cup, oh, it is so strong and so bitter. It's like, ew, it tastes burnt to me, But yeah, I'm a tea drinker because my mom was a tea drinker. Got that English blood in me. Let's see. One of these days,
I'll switch it to
Ceylon
tea. Never heard of it. The following are all connected to
Here, wait, let me
my
bring it up.
apnea: GERDs, weight gain, high cholesterol, high blood pressure, diabetes. Yeah, that's absolutely right.
Yeah.
You start getting a good night's sleep, a lot of those things start to lessen. That's true.
And I discovered grind my teeth, but I wear retainers because I used to have, as an adult, I had braces because I never had braces as a kid. So once I became an adult, I was talking to my dentist about it, and Troy subsequently, and it's like, I've got these different crooked teeth. They've always bothered me. I've got ones that were sideways and all this. The curse of being English, too, is you have bad teeth. And so despite the fact that I, brush my teeth and all that every day, and no, I don't always floss. But but I had these really weird crooked teeth. So my dentist was like, I'm going to send you to my orthodontist friend. Find out that they're best friends. Let him take a look at you, see what he recommends, and we'll go from there. So he did his examination. He goes, yeah, I think you would really benefit from getting braces. He goes, I'm not saying that because I want to push braces on you. He pointed out the different crooked teeth. He goes, you've got ones back here that are out of alignment. You got this one that's sideways. You got and you know, I could see most of the stuff myself. So I'm like, okay. And what was really great is that when I went to see him, it was like beginning of December of that year. I forget when it was. I think I've had braces now. It's been over 10 years. And I actually had brought cookies too because it was December. So I was like, I'm going to bring cookies because December, you know, for Christmas. And that leads into every time I went there, because the girl made a joke. She goes, oh, and every time you come, you got to bring cookies. I'm like, you got it. And I did every single time I came, except for once I forgot, and I felt so horrible about it. I brought some the next day. But it was in December, and they're like, well, you know, the cost is X. I forget what it was. And as I'm talking to the finance person, she goes, well, with your insurance, it'll bring it down to this. And we're doing the end of the year sale, so you're going to get this much off. And, you know, so you get this discount. And then there was another discount for being like a first-time patient or something. So it brought it down like another like $2,500 to $3,000. I'm like, let's do this.
Yeah.
And I paid for, oh, that was the other thing too. I got a discount for paying for it all in full. I just handed over my credit card and said, do it.
Do it.
Because I ended up saving between $2,500 and $3,000 because of the different discounts for new patient, paying all at once, end of year sale, and all that, and my insurance. Then I'm like, yeah, let's do this. Got my braces, wore them. I was supposed to wear them for 2 years. I ended up wearing them for like 2 years and 3-ish months because there was one tooth that was just being a little stubborn where it hadn't quite clicked to where he wanted it. And he even asked me, he goes, you know, we can take these off now. That's fine, I guess, for you, but excuse me, honestly, this seltzer water's making me burp today. He goes, but I don't like the way that one tooth is sitting. It's not quite where I want it, but it's up to you. And I was like, if you don't feel that they should come off, then they're not going to come off. This is an investment. I paid a lot of money for these. I'm not going to now do something to mess that up. He goes, oh, I wish all my patients were like you. Because he, you know, gets a lot of kids that are like, take them off, I don't want them off. And even a couple adults were just like, just take them off. You know, we did the 2 years, whatever, let's just take it off. And I was like, no, I spent a lot of money on this. No, I'm not going to take it off. And
it's not done until it's done.
Yeah,
welcome,
it didn't go ding. It's not ready yet.
Welcome, Sashi. Haven't seen you in a minute or two. Good to see you.
Where'd we go? Oh, did you have that up already?
No, I had Mark's up.
I had a girlfriend that used to grind her teeth in her sleep. I was staying in the same house and heard an odd noise in the middle of the night. Spent an hour figuring out where it came from.
Oh, God.
Wow. Well, part of my thing is after I had my braces, when I got them off, they gave me retainers. And the dentist, or the orthodontist, told me, you have to wear these every night for the rest of your life. And I'm like, okay. And I said, it's been 12, 15 years, something like that, since I got them off. I mean, I actually could look that up. And in fact, I can look it up right now because I've got the spreadsheet open. And I do sometimes grind my teeth. So it's convenient that I've got these retainers in so they're not wearing down my teeth. And then we found out that Troy's grinding his teeth at night.
It was pretty bad, and it wasn't. It was exasperated by the apnea, but it was. Yeah, what was happening is I would not only grind my teeth, but sometimes I would suddenly clamp closed and bite my tongue, and I wake up sometimes with just blood, running out of my mouth. it was just that bad. So
Okay, so I got my upper braces first for some reason. So I got my upper braces December of 2017, and then I got my lower braces July of 2018, and they came off March 2020. Yes, I actually wrote that down.
she wrote it down.
Well, I wanted to keep track of when I had my braces.
Fair enough. Absolutely.
So, yeah, so 2017 is when I got my braces right at the end of the year. And I now have straight teeth. And, yeah, it's like, so the ones that were crooked, those ones, it was weird to watch because you see them shift over time. So the ones that were sideways, you see them slowly just going to turn to where they're supposed to be. And it was so weird because every once in a while I'd look in the mirror and go, oh, that moved. like I would notice that, you know, it'd been like this. Now it's like this. Now it's like this. Now it's, you know, and it's like, okay, that's moved. And they move pretty fast too. But then it's like after they moved, they had to, like, I guess, settle or something and be in that new position for a while to make sure that they
it takes your bone needs to grow around it to keep it in place, and it takes time for that to happen.
Which is another reason why I wear my retainers every night, because it's like I don't want my teeth to start to shift and separate, because I do have an empty space where I used to have a tooth, and I don't want them now moving over and trying to fill that space, because it's like, no, that would defeat the purpose of what I spent on my braces. But yeah, but I do grind my teeth occasionally. I woke up last night and it's like, why does my jaw hurt? And I'm sitting there, you know, massaging my jaw. I was grinding my teeth so hard that my jaw hurt. And I'm just sitting there trying to think of what was I dreaming about that I was grinding my teeth like that. But yeah, they have in the retainer's house, so I'm not wearing down my teeth. Because I don't want worn down teeth. I have bad enough teeth. I don't need them getting any worse. Let's see. So this show is all about health issues.
I guess it's a bunch of people talking about, you know, crappy health problems.
Yeah, sleep apnea, braces, teeth, having colds, sore throats. So this is the medical edition. But I would like to know, how are all of you doing? And if you are the type to pray, I'd appreciate prayers for a very dear friend of ours in the community, Maria with T and Telly. Her mama had surgery, and I just want well wishes and prayers towards her,
absolutely,
that she heals quickly and she's doing better. Because I know when she came home, she was not feeling well. It was an outpatient thing. They only had her in for today, but apparently she's in a lot of pain. So just prayers and well wishes that her pain eases and she heals quickly.
Yeah.
Because, you know, Maria's my sister from another mother. And I know Trey always gets at me, that doesn't rhyme.
I know, it's supposed to be sister from another mister, brother from another mother.
Yeah, but it's like we don't really talk about her dad. We always talk about her mom.
Okay.
So, she's my sister from another mother.
I guess.
But yeah, it's like I do want to know how all of you are doing. Oh, I got some new chats here. Let's see. Come on. There we go. Lester says, the hardest thing is I work at a friend's care home where their cabinet is riddled with hostess swag. Oh, gee.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can imagine that. That would, man, I'd be getting cavities from eating so much of that stuff. And gaining weight. Yeah, I am definitely trying not to eat so much junk. Because, and I know y'all, this happened to you too. Y'all. During COVID, because you are home and you are sedentary and you can't really do much, I bet y'all gained some weight.
Yup.
For some of mine, just been a few pounds. For some of mine, been more. I gained close to 20. And I noticed it when in my video for the honey lemon ginger in a jar. I'm looking at me going, wow, I got wide. So I have been endeavoring to eat healthier and to drop the extra weight. And so far I've lost 1.5 pounds, so I'm happy with that. But it is my goal to lose at least, I'm saying 6 pounds for a reason. 6 pounds before my birthday. My birthday is December 11th. But 6 pounds so that if I lose 6 pounds, then I'm going from the 130s to the 120s in weight. Yeah. So it's like I'm going to go to the next number down.
Yeah.
And then it's losing, I guess it would be, well, depending on where I end up, you know, like that many pounds to get to the teens, you know. Because I used to be like 115, and then COVID hit, and like I said, not moving around, but still eating the same amount, because I was very active. I was walking everywhere and all that, and I wasn't doing that anymore, so it was kind of like, oh, I got a little chunky. Let's see what we got here. Lester says, whoops, come back here. I'm trying to bigify the comments so I can read it easier. Can you read that, honey?
Lester said, it's a constant challenge. Insurance at work offers health programs called Vita. With dietitian's help, I dropped my A1C to 5.9 this summer. Keep at it, you'll get it. Yeah.
That's amazing. Let's see. Boomer says tonsils. Did I miss something?
I don't. Is he asking who has tonsils? Because
I got mine.
I still got mine. Yeah.
And Sashi says, if anyone has issues with eyewear, I'm your guy. I wear contacts. And actually, I need to use my insurance to get a pair of glasses that I want to use just for my computer work. Because there are times where my contacts don't want to behave. So like I'll get up in the morning and, you know, I have extended wear lenses, so I can wear them 30 days before I have to change them. And I can literally just keep them in 24/7 if I want to. But I do take them out every once in a while, rinse them off, put them back in, because you don't want ick, you know, in your eye. But there are days where I will take them out, I will clean them as usual, put them back in, and one of them will decide it's going to stay schmutzy. It will not let me focus at all. There's like a film that stays on it. Makes me nuts. Don't know why it's doing it. I'll take it out several times, rinse it, clean it really good, put it back in. Within like a minute, it's got another film on it, and I don't know why. And so it's like, okay, for those days where my contacts aren't behaving, I still need to see my computer to work. So I'm going to go, we're probably going to go this Saturday, because I got to use up my benefits for this year before the end of the year. So I'm getting Troy a new pair of glasses. I'm getting me a pair of glasses so I can actually see my computer screen without my contacts. And then I figure next year when my benefits come in, I'll get another pair that I can use for, like, you know, distance and all that stuff while we're out and about. But yeah, for the most part, I wear contacts all the time.
So who are we guesting? Who is going to be the guest next week?
Oh, let me go there and I will tell you in just a moment. Okay, what is with my spreadsheets here? Next week, my special guest would be the green-haired anti-liberal.
Oh, great channel, great channel. Good
yeah,
people.
She is such a cutie, too.
She really is. There you go. And I mentioned way too much at the beginning of the show that tomorrow on Last Call, Boomer and I will be doing a postmortem on the JJ Prize Kelvin verse. Don't think we said hi to the Horror King just yet, who said, I gained weight during lockdown, give or take 30 pounds, but started keto October 2024, along with working out 5 times a week and down 43 pounds. There you go.
Did you say the Horror King or the Horror Cat Dad? Because the Horror Cat Dad. I think you said the Horror King. Hello, Horror Cat Dad.
I may have said it wrong, and I'm looking right at it. It says Horror Cat Dad. I can't read.
Yeah, it's like I'm been trying just not to eat junk. I mean, we literally have what we call a snack box. It's this big box next to where we sit, where it's got different snacks in it. And every once in a while, we'll reach over and we'll grab something out of there. Like, I've got my, what do you call those things? My Cheez-Its, extra crunchy. I love those things.
Here's the problem. We're grabbing stuff when we're not even hungry.
Yeah, it's like, I'll keep looking at it going, no, I'm not going to have anything today. And I've actually been pretty good about it. Like, having, like, a little bit of a snack. Like we've got some cookies in there. I'll have 2. That's it. And they're small cookies, so I'll have 2. Stopping right there. It's like, nope, not going to have any more than that. And like I said, since I started doing this, I've lost 1.5 pounds. I'm really happy with that. I was so excited to see that the scale went down. And I'm hoping that continues, because like I said, by my birthday, I want to be in the 120s rather than the 130s. So it's like, yeah, that's my goal. And let's see. One thing I do like about EV Mux is that I can make things bigger to see. Okay, Sashi says, if you're going to use glasses full time, you need the right pair for your work. Progressive is good for general purpose, but if you're doing lots of close work, bifocals. I actually tried both bifocals. I hated them because, in fact, I have bifocals now. Actually, I've got trifocals now, but I've tried bifocals too, and it's like supposed to be like far away up here. Middle is supposed to be, you know, like, I guess 20 and 20, and then the bottom's supposed to be for close up. But in order to use the close up, I gotta tilt my head back like this, and then I can't see the screen very clearly, and it hurts my neck. So then I tried just lifting up the glasses so I could see out the bottom portion, but then I can't very well, you know, stay like this and work holding up the glasses. And I said I really only need them for occasional times when I can't wear my contacts. But it's like, yeah, I hated the bifocals and the trifocals because they just don't work for me. It's the head tilty thing you gotta try and do, and I can't see things clearly. I ended up with a stiff neck so many times. For the ones I currently have, they're I think they're trifocals. I've actually lifted them up and stuffed like tissue under the nose piece to keep them up, just so I can see out the bottom part.
Yeah, Mark is absolutely right. Have you ever checked serving sizes? It was a revelation when I started. Yes, when you are trying to lose weight, you need to pay attention to calories. You need to pay attention to serving size. Because if you are eating a package of something and you assume it's 1 serving and you read it and it says it's 2 or 3 or 4 servings, you got to take those calories and double, triple, or quadruple them.
Now here's something I found interesting. I don't know if it still says on the cans, and I'm going to sneeze.
Bless you.
That's it. But on a soda can, it used to say, let me have your can.
No, it says 1 serving.
Does it?
1 can. But again, this is a diet soda, so there's 0 calories.
Right, but it used to say that a can of soda was 2 servings.
Right.
And Horcat Dad says, keep it up, Netters. Yeah, I am doing my best with that. Because I also don't like the heavy feeling. So,
yeah.
And, you know, yeah, all of you that are trying to lose weight and have gone through any of that, no, it's like, the heavy feeling. Don't like the heavy feeling.
Yeah.
But, yeah, so like I said, this has been the medical show.
Right.
Sashi says, Adam Savage used to use progressives but switched to bifocals, probably because he does a lot of close-up work.
Yeah.
See, my thing is, if I'm doing something that's super, super close, I'm just going to take off my glasses so I can see it better.
Yeah.
But for me, the close-up is like how I'm sitting right now, because this is my laptop in front of me. So it's about this distance to be able to do my actual work. So it's not like it's super, super close, so I have to see tiny things or anything like that. It's, you know, data entry, you know, filling out forms and all that sort of thing. And so I just need that distance to be able to see, to do my work. Let's see, other comments in here. And Boomer says, how many servings in a party-sized bag of Doritos? 2?
Well, and Geek Flavor knows $2. Bless you.
Thank you.
And we are over time, so we should get everybody over to deleted scenes.
Yes. In fact, I need to put in the 40 thing.
You need to get that set up.
Vamp for me while I set that up.
I'll vamp for you. So I want to thank everybody for coming and hanging out with us tonight. It was wonderful. But next week, back on schedule with an interview with the green-haired anti-liberal.
Yes.
Great channel. She's doing a series going through Sherlock Holmes, which I thought was just brilliant synergy since we just started doing the Adventures of Sherlock Holmes on Tuesday nights. So, I will be getting up a stream very soon for the Monday night movie. I'm opening it up to the general public for a very special Life Day special presentation. We will be streaming the Star Wars Holiday Special. Hope to have my video, my Cantina video ready before then. I think it'll be good.
Okay, I'm set.
Okay, so I'm done.
Yeah. So let's see. So we have right after this, if you stay put, you'll be herded right over to Deleted Scenes channel for his coming attractions. Let's see. Friday, of course, you know, is Friday Night Last Call. Saturday, over here, right here, we'll be watching a film called The Gods Must Be Crazy. It's one of my favorites. It's just a fun, quirky movie. And apparently I'm eating my hair now. But I think you guys will all enjoy it. But right now, let's get you over to Deleted. So, thank you all so very much for being here. Thank you for being a part of my family. Thank you for encouraging me. And, you know, my sponsor for tonight, Geek Flag with Nate, with that $2 super chat for my sneezies. But you guys are OWESMOE, and I love you guys so much. So thank you for being here. Thank you for encouraging me and supporting our channels, and for encouraging one another. And until next time, good night and God bless.
it's all for